So, what's going on in the shed? Well, apart from a big mess to clear up, over there, and over there, and over there, the whole place needs complete clean before I start the new project, which I'm quite excited about. Something a little bit different, or different to me anyway. I've had plenty of BSAs in the past. But the only triumph I've had is a modern one. So we have, well, at the moment, a collection of parts, and this all started off with buying this engine, which is all in bits, as you can see. Yeah, that is a T120 Bonneville 1967. So we have that. I'll go into a little bit more detail on that in a minute. We also have, and the reason I bought the engine, by the way, is because I've always wanted to build a Triton. But while I was not very patiently waiting for the right frame to come up, looking for a feather bed frame, obviously, this turned up, this frame, which is a Triumph TR6. It's a 1969. It already been powder coated, so I don't have to do anything with that. It's already had the, apparently, so I'm told, had the swing arm bushers done, and it came with new head race bearings, cup and cone, not tapered, but that's probably just as well, because there's a little bit of a story going on here, collection of parts and all that. Yeah, so I have conical hub forks, conical hub front wheel, which is in a bit of a mess, conical hub rear wheel. So I've gradually been collecting these parts over the past few weeks, months, and yeah, so we've got a 1967 engine, Bonneville engine, 1969 TR6 frame, and what would these be, 72, 73 forks, and to complicate matters even more, to get these to work, I need, obviously, oil in frame yokes. So these are 1971, 72 oil in frame Bonneville, although I think they do for other ones, yokes. And apparently, I've been doing a bit of research, you can fit these forks, oil in frame forks, in a dry frame. Ideally you want T150 yokes, so these are T120, but I think I've come up with a solution. I've been working on a little a little solution for that. Yeah, so if you're putting taper rollers in, you really want the T150 lower yoke, because I think the stem is slightly longer, and obviously the taper roller bearings are a little bit deeper than the standard ball cup and cone bearings. Yeah, so I think I've come up with a solution how to fit these in there. Made a couple of spaces up. I haven't tried it yet, so that will probably be one of the first videos. Will be yeah, getting that to work. And there's also food. These bolts aren't quite right, I don't think, on here, so I've got some new bolts and some missing from here. Yeah, so that's that bit. Yeah, like I say, the engine, someone has started to do some work on it. So this head looks like it's got new valves, springs, so that's had a bit of work done to it, although I think this needs flattening off. Bit of a ridge there, so I need to check that. Yeah, even these look like they're new. Yeah, it's got that. Now this has supposed to have been bored, although I had a quick measure of it, and to me it measures up like standard, and these are standard pistons as far as I can tell, which came with it. And strange enough, only the oil ring is there. For some reason, no top rings. Yes, we've got new pistons. Yeah, unless that's been re-sleeved, it's either that or it's just been honed out, and there wasn't a lot of wear in it. So a little bit of investigation, a little bit more investigation to do on that one. Yeah, so what else have we got? Well, there's the crankcase. Looks like there's some new plugs, so someone's been spending a little bit of money on it. Obviously never got as far as getting it all back together. There's new bolts in here, new studs. Also here is a crank, which has supposedly been rebuilt. New shells. Little ends. Shot here. Little ends. So there's that, and yeah, there's all sorts of stuff in here. The rest of the tappet blocks are some extra rockers, spindle. There's all the gearbox bits are under there, which I need to lay everything out properly and go through it and see exactly what's there and what's not. And yeah, clutch, outer hub, chain wheel, whatever, triplex. So that's off a T140, I guess. Front sprocket, duplex. Chain, duplex. So yeah, there's a bit of mix and matching going on here. I have just separated the this. I need to get a new one of these because that is really bad. I don't think I'd even be able to address that. And I thought there was a little chip somewhere. Yeah, there. Look, there's a little just there. There's a chip out of there. So yeah, I'm gonna get a new one of them. New rubbers also will be required. New cush drive rubbers. There's a little mark in the spider as well, where someone has got in there with a screwdriver and prized it. Whether I'll be able to address that out, I don't know. I was trying to work out whether this face actually comes into contact with the rollers or not. If it doesn't, it won't matter about that. I'll just need to get that there, take that burr off. Yeah, so I've got the rollers, I don't think, not that I've found yet anyway. So I might order some rollers and then have a dry assemble just to see if that will affect. If not, I will need a new spider. Yeah, so there's odd bits and pieces missing, bits and pieces that are wrong. Handful of bolts there. Yeah, but all in all, it's the start of the next project. Obviously I've got no tinware, no seat, no tank, no footrests, you name it, chain guard, oil tank. I've got none of that, so I'm going to be pretty busy down the auto jumbles for a while, I think. Sourcing parts. Oh yeah, new bearings. I mentioned these are all sealed up in the packets, all new bearings to go in. Yeah, and the rotor and the alternator in there. Well, I think that's in better days. Bag of new seals. There's all sorts of stuff here. Yeah, there was only one tube. I have got another tube. Yeah, so that should be quite an interesting project, which could take a while because obviously I've got a lot of parts to source. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting stuck into this, and looking forward even more to riding it. So yeah, well, that's about it for now. So I think the next video will be on the frame, getting the front end sorted out, maybe even the forks, depending how much time that take to do that, how much video length of video that'll be. Yeah, what else? I was going to say something else, I've forgotten now. Can't remember. Get like that at this age, don't you? Yeah. Anyway, there we have it in all its glory. And oh, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, I think I will get the frame done first, before I start looking at the engine. He says. Not me. Oh, that'd be too tempting to start working on that. But yeah, really, ideally, I want to get a rolling chassis at least, so I can, so it's stuck on the ramp. Basically, I can use the ramp for other things. But yeah, so keep watching. There will be a lot more to come on this.